Hey, what's up, guys? Rascal Ryan 521 here to bring back another retro Star Wars set review. We're not going back a few years, just a couple. We're going back to 2010 is when this was released in the summer. This is set 8128 called Cad Bane Speeder. 318 pieces, recommended ages 7 to 12, and it retailed for the whopping price of $50, which doesn't seem that bad, but when you've got only about a 300 piece count, and if I've learned anything from the Brick Show, you should stay around that 10 cents per piece price point, and this, yeah, it's a little, but then again, there was 3 exclusive minifigs in this set, or 2 of them were exclusive at the time, the 3 were exclusive at the time, only 1 is exclusive now, which is the Shanan Alama dude, the name that sounds very Al-Qaeda-ish, but, even though it's a pretty expensive, for what you get, I think it's a great set. I was ecstatic when I got it, and I believe this was requested by Thresh6. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe it was him that did request this review. So let's waste no time. Let's get started with the instruction manual. Pretty basic manual, pretty thin, only about 30 pages. I was just paging through it a few minutes ago. On the back, we got this upside down, really hyper kid. I'm glad they changed that. He was on the back of like every instruction manual since for the past 10 years. So mine's, as you can see, mine's a little bit weathered. And most of my manuals tend to stay in pretty good shape. This one's a little I don't know why. This one's just kind of after a few years, I guess, it's just kind of, the pages started to fold in and whatnot, and as you can see, there's even some creases on the top. That's why there's like light reflecting off of it. But first, we'll start with the minifigures. First, we will show our assassin droid. Least exciting figure of the set, but still cool to have. So here we have an assassin droid. Pretty basic, just, regular droid body parts in black. And I like the way they did the head. I did destroy these figures, all my assassin droid figures a couple years ago to make pieces for new figures. So when I rebuilt them, I couldn't find the orange studs they used for the eyes, so I just replaced it with a red stud because I had a lot of those lying around from the Pick-a-Brick wall. So that's why he has a red eye and not an orange eye. And he does have the sniper rifle, and this is like the same one that you'd get in the battle packs and such. Pretty basic figure. Next up, we've got the only figure that is still exclusive to this set to this day. And this is, I believe, Shanan Alama, I think is his name. Here, I'm actually going to hold it with my right hand. Here we go. Pretty cool looking figure. I like him. Just cool for, if you're doing random, you saw my Sail Barge review the other day. If you have, random pirate minifigures like this, these are really cool to put on as, background characters. Because, there's, a lot of Tatooine pirates and smugglers and stuff on a Sail Barge. A cool red bandana makes him look even more like a pirate. I like that face. Torso printing's decent. It's cartoonish because, as you know, it's from the Clone Wars, so that's kind of a bummer. I love that gold arm and that gold hand, though. I think that's amazing. That's, the really cool part about this figure. Just a regular blaster gun, so nothing special with him, but still, like I said, nice background character to have. Next up, the figure I'm most excited for in this set, because I was, obsessed with Cad Bane. As soon as I saw him, I thought he was, the coolest character in the entire Clone Wars, and I still think that to this day. Probably behind, Han Solo and Boba Fett. He's probably, my 3rd favorite character in all of Star Wars, I'd say. But I just really like the really cool BA smugglers. I always thought they were, or smugglers and, bounty hunters, I always thought they were, the coolest characters. Whenever my friends and I would do minifigure battles and stuff, one of my friends would be clones, one would be droids. I'd always collect all my bounty hunter figures, and I would be bounty hunters. But here's Cad Bane. He's a pretty basic figure. I'm pretty happy with the way they did him. I personally, my figure, I put on black legs instead of gray, and I gave him 2 pistols instead of these 2 gigantic, they look gigantic when he's holding 2 of them, blaster guns. I just think they look kind of weird, kind of quirky, just different and kind of stupid. So I just gave him, like I said, these regular, just the regular Lego revolvers. Those look a lot more like the pistols he had. Still pretty cool minifigure. I don't think they didn't do back printing that often back then. So, cool torso printing, and then take off his hat. The breathing tube, I believe, is a little too big, but he actually looks better with it on than with it off. I tried taking it off of him, and it just looks better with it on. So, even though it is a little big, it still looks decent. I mean, like, if the hat didn't cover it, he would look pretty stupid, but the hat does a pretty decent job of covering it up. Next up, we have our Senate Commando, I believe is his name. The blue is going to blend in with the minifigure stand here, so bear with me on this one. A pretty basic, pretty cool minifigure, though. I was very happy to get one of these when the set first came out, because I think before this, the only way to get them was in the Venator, like the Star Destroyer from, like, the Clone Wars. Get a little white speck that won't come off. Pretty much just like the other clone, or the other Senate Commando, just with these white markings, so pretty nice. It's got a sniper, or maybe like a rifle or something, I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. And then, like I said, cool white markings, and I like the helmet. It really reminds you of like Spartans almost, like the shape of it and everything. And it's got a regular clone face, a face that I prefer much more than the clone faces that they're doing nowadays. I don't know why. I know I always kind of complain about that face. I just think it looks kind of weird. And then last up, we have our Senate soldier, or whatever you want to call him. A pretty basic minifigure, same as the last one, just without the white markings. It's got, once again, has a sniper rifle. Then we take out his helmet. Just regular clone face underneath. And the armor is pretty much just regular clone armor, but in blue. So, nothing too special there. And then I don't think I showed you last time, he does have back printing. So did this other guy, so. There are minifigures, and I'm going to move them out of the way, so we can concentrate on the set. So, it's a pretty basic set, not really much to say about it. I still really like it though, so, you know, actually, let me pick it up, here we go. So, you know, it's pretty cool looking. I like these little canister pieces and these vents they put on, like, at the bottom for extra detailing and stuff. I like the cool curved shape of it, I think that's nice. And the back, too. We got the top with our engines, and then a little fin in the back. I like all the seating. They put a lot of seating in here, and then some weapon racks. That's pretty nice. I mean, like, yeah, God, you can fit 6 minifigures in here, not counting, like, the one you could, like, sit on these studs back here, and, I mean, there's a lot of minifigure space in there, especially if you take off the back piece, so. We got some, as I said, more chairs, like the driver's seat and the passenger. We got, like, a little, controls in the middle. You can kind of see some, spots from where the sticker's starting to peel off. It's kind of an older set, so I apologize for that. And here's the front, where we've got like a blue headlight, and then 2 more headlights, which also do serve double purposes as headlights and flick missiles. It's like, if I see these levers right here, I just press that in. It shoots. You can also flick it in, it'll go much farther, but I can't really flick it and hold it. I would need to hold it and flick it with both hands, but I'm kind of holding the tripod, or the camera, so. And the same thing on the back. I like kind of like the little dark blue stripe at the bottom. The one feature I don't really like about the set, because it doesn't really make any sense, unless something happened in the episode that I missed, or maybe I just haven't seen the episode in a long time. If I just load this missile back in, is that the fact that this back part can just pop up like that. Like, I guess it's unique for kind of nice, because it's almost thick enough to, like, probably store a minifigure in there if you take off, like, all, like, accessories. It was just a regular, like, torso, legs, and head minifigure. I suppose you could probably fit it in. And I suppose it's useful for guns, too. You actually can hold quite a bit of weaponry in there. But other than that, it's pretty useless. It doesn't even come really out that far, so I'm just confused why it's even in here in the first place. But I suppose other than the flick missiles, there's no other play value to the set. So I suppose that's kind of the angle of what they were trying to do there. So overall, I think it's a pretty good set. I don't know if it's really worth the money, but as I said back then, I was a huge Cad Bane fan. And I don't know why. Just ever since I saw, I believe the episode was called Hostage Crisis. It was like my favorite episode of the whole show, just because of Cad Bane. the season 1 finale, I think. Yeah, ever since then, I just thought he was a really cool character, and I just wanted to get a minifigure of him. And this is the only Cad Bane figure I really have. I never got the AT, or the tank, whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called now, the turbo tank. And I never got the weird set that came out like a year or two ago with Cad Bane that just looked stupid to me. So, but anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Put more set review recommendations. Once again, if you need a reference point to see which sets I have and which sets I don't have when you want to make your recommendations, just go back and watch I believe it's my Lego room tour video. I have like 2 of them I released like back about a year ago. I'm gonna do a full Lego room tour soon though, like a full like overview of it, because it's been done since like November or October. So I'll so that way I'll kind of go slow when I go over like my Star Wars set display. I'll go slowly, so that way you can see which sets I have and which sets I don't have. So it's easier to like make a recommendation or whatever. But I'm going on now. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see you later.